It's okay, the cameras are here. Thank you very much. Good job. Good job, Pyok. This is my neighbor, Pyok. Okay? Did you take camera take Isim Tai, Charles Bimson. I'm from Equatoria, proud citizen of Equatoria, from the Federal Democratic Republic of Equatoria. So I just come here to share with our neighbors. Our topic is here that my service, I'm the head of the church, Calgary African Family Church. I'm also the founder of Jonathan Protective Security, JP Security Professional Institute of British Columbia, and Itagili Facade University, taking courses, facades, or safety courses. I'm an instructor by profession. I don't know whether it's a professional, security professional. Now, talking about the barriers to service delivery, we identify with our team, my neighbors, that one of the problems is the leadership. We are not sugarcoating anything. My group said don't sugarcoat. Leadership is a problem. They don't deliver, they don't come back to the people. After getting money, they go on with the money, and then when they need people, they come and make workshop. Leadership, Prime Minister, before Justin Trudeau, who was that? Stephen Harper. Justin Trudeau has 2 terms, Harper has 2 terms. We still have the same leadership in this community. Is there no leaders that can carry forward? That's one of the problems people have been asking. Language barrier. It's not because that these communities are not educated, but some of these communities, they study in various different languages. Some of them come from Latino countries, some of them come from Arab countries, they study Arabic, some of them study back home in Arabic. So coming here, it becomes a problem to go to ESL, right? And someone who have been in a university to go to ESL, and when I did my course, I did criminology at Douglas College from BC, I came from British Columbia. Hey, I forget something. I forget my beautiful wife is here. Thank God you are here. I love you. Okay? So in British, they told me to go for ESL. I told them I finished a course in all English courses from kindergarten to the university. I went to Makerere University. All this in English in Uganda. How can I go? I said, just bring a test. Then they give me the test, I just win the test, and then I went to the college courses. So language barrier here is also a big problem here. Access to health system. Of course, what they identify here is that sometimes when people arrive, we are talking here for new immigrants perspective. When people arrive, after 1 month, or 2 months they serve, or 3 months they serve, when they come back, nobody follow up with them. When they go to their houses, or when they resettle in their residentials outside the Calgary, whatever immigration centers that they give when they arrive. So it has been a problem, and therefore there was no people that can follow up with them. People who to get what they're supposed. Tribalism, division among the communities. Tribalism, Gabriel, my neighbors. Tribalism is here. When we talk about tribalism, ask these people, how many tribes are here? I'm familiar with the politics of South Sudan. How many tribes are here? More than 64, 90 plus tribes. If you look at this table, how many tribes are there? Two. Huh? Two. Is that not a problem? That's a problem, right? So tribalism may play a role or may not. Nepotism is also another problem that is being connected here. Okay? Racism is part of a problem. We know about racism, what happened to us. See, yesterday, I'm from a Liberal Party, okay? I'm proud of what our MP George yesterday talked about, that the Liberal government represent various races, right? Various races. That is good. But the treatment of our people, are we treated equally? When you commit the first offender, people will talk about the legal system, and thank you, Angelo, for your presentation yesterday. People who commit offenses for the first time, from the African perspective and from other communities, I believe 100% an African will go with a criminal offense, and the other one will say, okay, this is the first time for you, you just go, don't do it again. Is that not discrimination? It happens. Okay? We find our people being killed. No follow-up. Angelo yesterday wanted to do this presentation. Why is it not that people who are, our children who are dying, and the criminals are not apprehended? Why are they not being arrested? Is it they don't know? Is it the cameras are not catching these people? Try to do yourself if you will escape the law. You will be arrested in time. And now, also I want to remind you, there is, I was with the Inspector of Community Service for the police in Calgary. There is a workshop that is coming on the 16th at the Calgary headquarters, police headquarters, McKnight. Please, if you are willing to come and join us there. I talked yesterday with Constable Deng, Achul, and also Constable Hassan. He's in charge of African Affairs, Community Services. So please, go and hear those. Go and share your problem with the police there. You know, what we talk here, what Angelo talked yesterday, can also be presented to them to solve the problems here. So that we'll have a good network with the police and the system here. Inadequate information to the people, yes, some people talk already this, but the information cannot be brought to you in the house, right? That's why they need the community center, that's why they need the churches, that's why they need different organizations. But these organizations, they don't have funding. When these organizations also come later, to tell them fundraising, data away, tell them in the Kotoria, or so we don't support one another. But if you give me today, I give you tomorrow. That's how Canadians are. Do you see funding Kulium every day? They will fund you. We are Canadian citizens. We are not yet immigrants. We are Canadian citizens. Right? We cannot be crying like children, oh, this, the government have to do this, the community funding has to come like this. We have to do our part. Okay? Lack of interest to do volunteer work. Correct. Do we like volunteership? People don't like to volunteer. Why? Because we have gurus. It is not because that we don't want to volunteer. We are working at minimum wage. What time do you have to volunteer? You have, maybe you're working 2 jobs. By the time you come home, you are tired. By the time that the job at night come on, you'll be tired. So different jobs make you limited time to volunteer. But we encourage you to volunteer. I know she's coming. Confidentiality. Confidentiality is one of the problems. Okay? Confidentiality is one of the problems. Violation of the privacy policies. Organizations, people dealing with communities should have kept information confidential. When you're helping somebody, maybe Charles is sick. When you come home, my wife, I love you. Charles, why are you? This calamity interpreter vitaki na fi mahakama kan go butuzo tane wale gibana ro fi mahakama tana Charles fi court. That's not, you're not supposed to say this. By the time you get out from that office, you keep everything there. That's a violation. We need to keep confidentiality. Okay? Unemployment problem. Too much unemployment, yes. We talk about education. If you are not educated in Canada, there's a chances for you to have no job. Even though you have a degree, and you're not practicing the same degree that you have acquired in this Canada, you will be unemployed. But what I do, what I can help you with, as somebody, come to security course, you get a security job. You will be employed, right? Yeah, come. 5 days, you finish the course. 3 weeks for police criminal record check, and then something said by Kurkujo. Please, Kurkujo says something about criminal records. Criminal records play a vital role in our community not to be employed. After 911. You put someone into problem, you think it's funny to call the police. When the police arrive, they look at the law. They look at the Criminal Code of Canada. They look what you break there, and they will punish you according there, and they take you to court. So after you're getting a criminal record, do you think you will work? No. And this is the thing that we need to address with the police too on the 16th. How can we help people with a criminal record so that they can also access services so that they can get jobs? In Canada, by law, a person with a criminal record are not supposed to be refused to be given jobs. But also the law contradicts it. Say, employers have their rights to employ whoever they want. If you have a criminal record and the employer doesn't want to employ you, that's his choice. So please, there's a rapid employment, but your partner, take any job that can give you money than being in Tim Horton. But otherwise, Tim Horton help us to get also jobs. We go there to socialize, to talk with friends, and they get job, and also they get training, and we get new information. So you talk about information, Tim Horton has a lot of information. Politics as a source of division. Yes, political issues in the neighboring South Sudan, in Equatoria, should not be affecting the services delivery in Calgary. We should be acting like Canadians. We should emulate the Canadian morals, values, whereby we treat everybody equally. In conclusion, mismanagement. When you talk about corruption and mismanagement, believe me, that's why now the time is going to be limited now. Corruption is the major problem affecting our people, our communities, our organizations. No accountability at all. How can you mismanage? You eat well the community money. God even is looking there, you eat. Yes, he knows you have eaten this money. But that money is supposed to be for these people all. Right? Eat. We don't refuse you to eat, but give something. Right? Okay? Training and lack of training, or community training. Yes, you have to upgrade yourself. Go do short courses, job-oriented courses. Okay? Drop out school children or adults. People talk about education here. Our children have been affected. You bring a child 10 years of age, they put with a child who went from kindergarten here, from daycare to that age, and they put them in school together. He comes from the village. Is he going to participate well in that education? No. Is he going to be happy? No, he's going to drop out. He's not going to attend. And then on the street, someone will grab, you know what, he needs some money, have this for coffee. Tomorrow you give him drug. Tomorrow you go and say, go and kill your brother. So this, we need to work. Even to Nuswan. No work. Don't sit come on at home, welfare. Come to school. Take short courses, ESL. I'm not saying all Nuswan, Makul Kaman, Next, yes. Bullying. So I'm coming to the recommendations. Bullying, Yakwana, we have the impact of bullying in our community. It's very sad that we lost our farm, one of our beautiful daughters, because of bullying. It's not the only one person. My child, my son today is on the street because of bullying. One time I have to give this as a testimony. Please allow me just a few seconds, just to begin. Yes. You know, he has been kicked at the school. He doesn't. He went and report. Nobody listened to him. So another time he said, okay, in order for him, they come and say, okay, they beat him again. The teachers never called me. I was in Calgary here. Now, the other time they beat him, he said, now I'm going to bring my gangs from New West. I'm going to bring my cousins from New West. Do we have? Immediately the school called the police. They called me here. I told them, did you call me when he was beaten? Did you call me that my son has this problem? And when my son was presenting this problem to you, did you call me? Did you able to solve his problem? So that was his last area of defense. I'm only here in my tribe. I'm only one here in Canada. No other, no cousin, no one. But he cooked his mind to stop this bullying. Right? Say, I'm going to bring my cousin from New West. Since that time, nobody beat him up. Right? Recommendations. Creating new, strong, free from past and must be, we talk about that. Any leadership that's going to be created, please should be a new leadership that is not tribal. That is not full of nepotism. That has no history of corruption. That's no history of embezzlement. That has no history of nepotism. We need a new good leadership. Language training. We said that maybe go for ESL, home tutoring, like a home-based education, like this is now for volunteers come on. But if you want to have a volunteer, make a center. Please, I encourage you, don't make somebody go and make tutoring in your house. You will go and tutor your wife, you will go and tutor your daughter, and then you will be crying. Let them go to the center where there may be some cameras, right? Well, like it, I'm not like it. Okay? So please go for those courses. Next, identifying, we talk about of qualified for local health professionals. Yes, we talk about identification of qualified local health professionals and interpreters. We have people who went to school here, whether they went for care aid, they are more better than they know what they are doing. Health nurses, we have here. Doctors maybe in future. These people should be identified so that they are involved in what our sister said, that they follow up with what? With people who just arrived or people who have a health problem. People, interpreters, please interpret correctly. And we say that when you are giving interpretation, let a man go and interpret for a man, a woman for a woman. There are things that we cannot what? Say in our cultures. Ana karwa onu sukalam le mara de algija wara taide. O bale be careful. I know. Why do you make the worship? Okay. So now, assuming she has sickness, and I'm gonna. So when you're going to talk to her, there are things that you fear to mention by your mouth, but the doctor they are saying it. That's why also we lead what? Poor treatment of these people. I'm repeating. When you interpret wrongly, the doctor will diagnose you wrongly. And when you get the wrong diagnosis, it will impact your health. So that's why we say that if you bring me, I don't know Dinka, I don't know Noel, and I say I know Mali, and then I say no, I want to make money. Yes, I don't care, right? I go Mali, then the secret for me. So we don't want this type of people. Take Equatorian, we Equatorian have 56 tribes. Some people are here saying Equatorian, Noel, or Dinka. Anyway, so a woman should go, maybe she's from Twitch, she can go from Twitch. Because she knows Twitch language. Then you take somebody from a tooth and you want to interpret her. It doesn't work. Okay? Creating more educational workshop and conferences. This type of workshop need to be conducted all the time. And professionals need to be involved. Okay? Professionals need to be involved. Next, We say abstaining from tribalism, creating inclusive representation of all the tribes. That if you want to form a good community, please identify how many tribes are those in community. In my neighbor is South Sudan. If the Equatorial conduct their own workshop, how many tribes are there in Equatoria? Let one tribe represent that community. Let them make as a council. That will make a strong council, and nobody will be isolated. Nobody will go up. Everybody be involved, and everybody will be actively bringing back information to the community. Than having two people like that, like you said, Dink and Well there, that does not reflect the identity of the South Sudan people. Next, last one. Encouraging community members to volunteer. This is the last one. We need to encourage our community members to volunteer. Okay? Volunteer, volunteer, volunteer. Also in volunteering, try to appreciate, award them. I was in Aker's church. Dr. Aker yesterday made a fantastic presentation. I believe the presentation that went here was Kurkujo, Aker, and I don't want to read the girl, and then Angelo. Because that's why we are here. Now, in conclusion, that any volunteers, if there are volunteers that are available, thank you, Veronica. If people like this are there, give them the job. And then when they do the job, say thank you. Mother, come on, good to shake you, good to be certificate. Right? Give them certificate, give them something to appreciate them. That is very important. That will encourage everybody to participate. In conclusion, thank you very much. The South Sudanese community in Alberta say Healing and Reconciliation Conference. The topic is totally out of it. It's not related to this what we are talking here. Yeah. When you talk about reconciliation, you need to identify the warring parties. You need to identify people who are having a problem. And you need to bring them together after they talk their problem and then try to heal them and then move forward. We are talking our local problems that affect the people in Calgary. So let's not bring politics of South Sudan and mix it here. It does not help. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Is our representative of Group 4. Thank you for well presentation you did, even though some of them are comedian, and I love comedians. That's also good. I'm not going to say anything more over what he said. The only quotation I want to make is the Chinese quote. It says, you act on what you know. If you know something, act on it. If you don't, to say you know and you don't act on it is to say you don't know. It's actually you don't know. So if we South Sudanese have identified the problems and we don't do something about it, then actually we don't know. The treatment of children, the youth, the whatever. We know even uniting ourselves and do something on our interests here is something very important. We know and we don't do something about it. Who is going to do it for us? We import politics from Juba, the village politics, and bring it here, and we know that one is bad, and we don't do something about it. We know problem, and we just stay silent and just idle. That is a huge problem, and it means we don't know. It is like someone who says, I know how to drive, and you don't drive actually. That is, you don't know. Thank you very much for your